guys, and welcome back to GT Retro World. Well, today I've dug something out of the garage that I bought in, I think it was 2015, and this is from Italy. As far as I'm aware, this was ex-demo. It's never been up in the air, but it's actually been out. And I know for a fact these are really, really rare. And what it is, it's a Zetagi Monza 2, or the Z120. And basically it's a 5/8 wave vertical ground plate antenna. The build on this, by the way, is absolutely fantastic, but we'll go through that as we go along anyway. I was going to put it up today, but the wind's absolutely howling, can you believe it? It's a beautiful day, mind you, but yeah, it's not worth the hassle. Plus I'm short of roll bolts. So there's no instructions with these things. I mean, to be honest, I don't think these were even... Were they actually on the market? I know they weren't on the market over in the UK, that's for sure, but there's just no... They weren't about really for that long. I don't know what the whole deal was with these were with Zetagi. Whether these were just ones that just got away, or I don't know. You know, I have no idea. It was just a bit of a strange one. Maybe they tried to produce this antenna and it wasn't what they really wanted. Anyway, we'll have a little look at this here. It's 26 to 28 megahertz, so it'll do like 10-11 meters. No problem there at all. It's got a max power of 3000 watts, which is unbelievable really, isn't it? I mean, looking at it, obviously I can't see why not. That coil, Jesus. 50 ohms obviously. 8 dB, again we can take that with a bit of a pinch of salt, can't we? SWR 1:1 to 1:2, again I'm not too sure yet until we get that up. It weighs 5.6 kilos, so it's not light, you know, it's not a light antenna. It's just over 7 meters long, as you can see there, guys. And that is about all you get really in these things. That was, you know, that is it. There was no instructions with these whatsoever, but you know yourself, they're not rocket science. Now, I actually printed out a copy of this, but translated it somewhat. And what we've got basically is high strength aluminium alloy material with 2.5mm wide alloy. Now, I'll show you this here, to be honest. Look at this here, guys. This is absolutely unbelievable. You don't get antennas like that anymore, do you? Look at that. That is a thick beast of an antenna. That's almost like a... It's obviously not like a scaffolding pole, but you know, it's unbelievable. I'm looking forward to trying this, to be honest. I've had it that bloody long and all. I mean, I wasn't even into CB or anything when I bought this, to be honest. It was just, you know, when you just got to have something. I wasn't even on the air anyway, to be fair. I wasn't even at all interested in any of this. I just had to have this. Translated this here. The insulator is made of fibre tube that will remain unchanged over time. Now, the fibre tube it's on about is this, the coil section here, which is this part here, obviously. Obviously that's glass fibre. And again, that thing there is unbelievable. That has to be 1.5 inch of bottom section. I'm normally not keen on pop rivets, but these in here are actually copper. Can you see that, guys? I don't know if you can get a zoom on that. Yeah, these are all actually copper rivets, which is yeah, bizarre, using copper there. Like I say, the build on this is fantastic. The bottom section's galvanized steel, which obviously mounts to the mast. And if you can see there, the SO239 socket, it's actually nicely fixed there, guys, and it's actually in like a rubber sleeve there, but it's actually compressed into it's like a silicone, but it doesn't feel like a silicone. Obviously it's quite tough, that there, like, so I think that's a permanent thing. Obviously they say you can tune off that, no doubt, because it's actually quite loose. Well, it was anyway. There we are. It's a bit loose there, so I'll nip that up. I'll give it a bit of a clean up. It's been in the garage for that long, to be honest, but it is unused. It's never been used, this, like. So obviously you'll be able to tune off this coil. Now, another little nifty thing about this is there's no screws, there's no Jubilee clips to hold this together. I'll show you how this works. It works on a method of compression. So basically, I'll take this off and just show you, give you an idea what's going on then. That's the top of the first section. This compression ring here fits in there. Obviously when you slide your next section in and this goes over the top of there, that's going to basically just drag itself in there, just like a compression fitting on your on your plumbing basically, which in theory should stop it sliding down. And I mean, to be honest, this should be quite handy for portable and all, wouldn't it, be fair? Well, anyway, I'm not going to use it for portable. It's too big. It's the radials, that's the problem. But yeah, I mean, you can see the idea of that. That's on every section as well, by the way, guys. It's on the lot, you know. It's a nifty idea. I find it quite interesting, that. You can see there, look, guys, it's just a ring. I'll show you again. All the way up to the top. There we go. And the gauge of this again, even this section here, I'll tell you what, I'll show you the second from top section. Look at the gauge on that. And the way it's turned as well, it's all, you know, it's neat. It's not raggy or anything like that, you know, what you'd get on like the Sirio thing. I mean, look at that, I'm trying to kink that there, it's just rock solid. Unbelievable quality, that, like. Why this didn't sell big time is beyond me, absolutely. But anyway, it's a 6-section antenna. As I said, it's 5/8 wave. Just over 7 meters long, so it's like 22 odd foot, isn't it? Towards 23 foot. These are the mounting clamps that come with it. They don't look nothing special, but obviously it's not. It does what it needs to do. Radials consist of 2 sections, each radial. Each radial is 9 foot long, so it's obviously a decent size. The radials fit basically into this bottom section at the bottom of here, as you can see there, guys. Again, these are quite big. The whole thing's going to be quite big, to be honest, but I'm hoping that it's going to perform quite well. I wasn't going to try this. I was going to put another antenna up, but I found this in the corner of the garage. I thought, hey, God, Neil, I remember you know, I'm talking myself here, really. I remember buying that and I thought, Christ, no, I'll give that a go. I just noticed something else there. If you look at the bottom of this section here, can you see where the weld is there? Look, can you see that weld in there? Underneath there. This plate is actually welded to this bottom section, which is galvanised steel. And obviously the ground planes go in here. Can you see that weld there? Should be able to. So the ground planes go in there and that just nips up against them basically. So it's not rocket science, you know. But like I say, the build on this is, yeah, I'm actually surprised really. You know, I did, like I say, when I first got it, I had a quick look and I shoved it in the garage because, like I say, I had no interest. I was more interested in having it really than anything. And yeah, I'm glad I've got it now really, because I'm looking forward to trying that, because that thing is unbelievable. You know, there's not really much else to look at. So what we'll do, once this wind dies down, we'll get it up and see how she performs there, because I'm actually looking forward to that. But that's about it really. There's not really much else to say. But I'm curious if any of you guys actually know what actually happened to this antenna. Why it was, I mean, it's called a Monza 2. Where was the Monza 1? Why is it a Z120? And why did Zetagi almost not even make this damn thing? Why is it like, you know, it's almost unheard of. I know Simon the Wizard's got it on his page from around about when I got this, to be honest. And no one's commented on there. It's like as if it's the invisible antenna, you know, from Zetagi. And Zetagi, you know yourself, I mean, they're not the best brand in the world, but this is built like a brick shit house. It really is. It's a bit of a, it reminds me of the old 4-piece GPs back in the 80s, you know, they were absolutely rock solid. I mean, like I say, the gauge on that aluminium is just to die for. You know, you don't get knocked like that anymore. Nothing like that whatsoever. Look at it. Absolutely brilliant, that. So, although it's, like I say, it's a bit heavy, but hopefully it shouldn't wave about too much. It should be quite stable. But yeah, like I say, I got this, it was ex-demo at the time, and I brought it into the country, and what you have here is what you see, really. You know, the box is a bloody mess. It's not very nice, really. But I actually paid quite a lot of money for this as well, if I remember rightly. In fact, I did. But like I say, I just had to have it, only because it was just a rare piece, I think. I was like that all the time. I still am, really. If something's a bit rare, I've got to have it. Or I used to anyway, not as much these days. I'm not that daft anymore. I say that, but yeah. Well, I'm just glad I've got it anyway. Anyway, I'll stop waffling on, and we'll get it up shortly and see how she performs there. It'll be interesting. And on that note, guys, thumbs up wouldn't go amiss for the channel, and a subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, we'll catch you in the next one and see what she's like up in the air. 73s. Catch you later, guys.